During most of his life, George Harrison was a sporadic heavy smoker. Harrison completely gave up his smoking habit after being diagnosed with throat cancer in 1997. He entirely blamed his smoking vice for the manifestation of his cancer, stating in an interview, "I got it purely from smoking. I gave up cigarettes many years ago, but had started again for a while and then stopped in 1997. He reassured the public that his throat cancer was just a warning, and that it was under control. In August 1997, Harrison received surgery on his throat cancer. He received 2 subsequent courses of radiation therapy at Royal Marsden Hospital in the United Kingdom following the surgery. Harrison received testing at the Mayo Clinic in January 1998, with test results showing that the cancer was not returning. He returned about 5 months later to receive additional cancer testing. The second set of testing returned back positive results, showing that the treatment had been successful. At around 3:30 in the morning, on December 30, 1999, a man named Michael Abram broke a window and intruded into George Harrison's home in Oxfordshire, England, attacking Harrison and his wife Olivia. George Harrison was stabbed by Abram over 40 times, including stab wounds at his lung and near his heart. His wife was able to fight off Abram by reportedly striking him over the head with a lamp and fire iron. Harrison managed to survive after his son Donnie was able to call emergency services to the home. Abram was arrested and admitted to a mental health facility after being charged as not guilty by reason of insanity. It was publicly revealed in May 2001 that Harrison was battling lung cancer. Reports specified that he received surgery at the Mayo Clinic to treat his lung cancer. The surgery for his lung cancer was a reported success, and he went to Italy to recover. However, in July 2001, it was revealed that Harrison had developed a tumor in his brain, later deemed to also be cancer. Before the publicization of his brain tumor, Harrison reportedly received cobalt therapy for his brain tumor at the Oncology Institute of Southern Switzerland. Harrison soon after the public reveal of his brain tumor stated publicly that he was feeling fine after the treatment. On July 22, 2001, Harrison and his wife released a public statement that shunned a controversial and contradictory report from music producer and friend George Martin published by the Daily Mail that suggested that Harrison knew his cancer was terminal and that he did not have long to live. In Harrison's public statement, he was reportedly disappointed and disgusted. The statement went on to state that Harrison was active and feeling very well in spite of the health challenges he has had this year. George Martin later denied speaking with the press before the report surfaced. Harrison became reclusive in the months after, spending his time recording music and continuing to receive treatments for his cancer. 3 months before his death, he made a final friendly visit to his ex-wife Pattie Boyd. After the encounter, Boyd remarked about Harrison's condition, "I knew he wasn't well. I realized that he knew he wasn't well." It was reported in early November 2001 that he received high-dose radiation treatment at Staten Island University in New York City for his brain tumor. On November 12, 2001, Harrison met with his former Beatles bandmates Ringo Starr and Paul McCartney for the first time in several years at a hotel in Manhattan, New York. Harrison was reportedly in mostly good spirits during the meeting, as he laughed and joked with McCartney and Starr. After this encounter, Ringo Starr met with Harrison again for the last time while Harrison was on his deathbed, stating after his death that he was very ill and could only lay down. On the afternoon of November 29, 2001, George Harrison succumbed to his cancer, dying at a Los Angeles home leased to Paul McCartney. Harrison was 58 years old. He reportedly died peacefully surrounded by friends and family members. According to those around him, his final words when he died were, "Everything else can wait, but the search for God cannot wait and love one another." After his death, memorial statements for Harrison were released by notable figures such as Queen Elizabeth, U.S. President George W. Bush, UK Prime Minister Tony Blair, fellow musician Bob Geldof, actor Michael Palin, and John Lennon's widow Yoko Ono. Paul McCartney stated about Harrison after his death, saying that Harrison was a lovely guy and a very brave man and had a wonderful sense of humor. "He is really just my baby brother. We were school friends together, you know. And we joined the Beatles together and went through all of that together," So, it's a very sad day. Ringo Starr stated about Harrison after his death that, "George was a best friend of mine. I loved him very much, and I will miss him greatly. We will miss George for his sense of love, his sense of music, and his sense of laughter." Fans of the Beatles and Harrison mourned in masses, including significant areas such as Abbey Road in London, Central Park's Strawberry Fields, and Harrison's home in Henley-on-Thames, Oxfordshire. Hours after his death, his body was cremated in a cardboard box at Hollywood Forever Memorial Park in Hollywood, California. He was reportedly dressed in traditional Indian robe attire, in accordance with his Hindu religious faith. A portion of Harrison's ashes were taken by his family to Allahabad, India, in December 2001, where they were spread. Another portion of his ashes was scattered in the Ganges River near Varanasi, India. The Ganges River is considered a holy river in the Hindu faith. George Harrison's 12th and final studio album titled, Brainwashed, was released on November 18, 2002.